Hey everyone, Sean Douglas here. Hope you're having an amazing Saturday. And so I just wanted to talk to you. I got about a 30-minute drive. I'm not going to talk for 30 minutes, believe me. But I'm driving to play rehearsal right now. And I just said yes and got cast in a play called Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. And so I'm driving there, and I thought about just the whole play and everything about it and what I need to do and how this all came about and how I got cast in the play. And I'm curious, what questions are you asking? You know, if you got a business or you're trying to live a better life, I'm curious, what questions do you ask yourself? So I want to get booked to speak, right? And so I always ask myself, like, where can I get booked to speak at? Where do I want to speak? You know, and the questions that I always ask, I always get the different responses. So I'm really focusing my energy on asking better questions this week. And so I want to tell you what happened. And you all the first to know. I haven't told anybody this. You guys are the first to know. And so I have a radio show that I do every Wednesday. And I'm asking myself, I said, you know, who can I get on the show? That's like, who can I get, you know? But the better question to ask is, you know, why am I doing the show? You know, I don't want to ever lose sight of that. Another question that I was asking is, you know, who's looking for speakers right now? Yeah, I want to get booked to speak and all that, but who's looking for speakers? And so here's what happened. I asked myself different questions and I got different responses. I asked myself, who's looking for speakers? And I got booked locally at a high school for a commencement speaker for graduation. Hey, Rachel, Brian, Bears, what's up, Cheryl? And so it's a local gig, and I'm going to spend, $40 in gas to make $1,500 for an hour of a speech? I'm like, hell yeah. So then I did it again. I was like, So I asked a different question, who's looking for speakers? And so I looked at a couple places. There's a high school that's going to have a graduation soon. I said, hey, I'll do your commencement speech. Okay, let's do it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So another question I ask is, why do I want people on the show? Well, I want people on the show to talk about their transformations. I want people on the show who are impacting tons of people. Doesn't matter who, I want people that are impacting people. So, mark your calendars. June 7th, East Coast time, 5:30 p.m. On my show, I will have Frank Shankowitz, who is the founder of Make-A-Wish Foundation, on my show to talk about the transformation that he has gone through and how the Make-A-Wish Foundation came about. This happened by my good friend Lane Etheridge, amazing person, speaker, and my business coach, and my confidant, and my mentor. And I was asking him questions. I'm like, man, why do I want people on the show? And we're just talking, and he's like, dude, like let's make this happen, and we made this happen. I'm like, holy crap! And so I did it again. And I got an email response from Bruce Buffer. And so Bruce Buffer's assistant and I are talking, and Bruce Buffer might come on my radio show. Like, are you kidding me? Like, Bruce Buffer coming on my show. I could like drop mic right now and be like, I'm done. I'm like, Bruce Buffer come on my show. I'm like, maybe he'll do my intro. Like, that'd be amazing. Thanks, Bears. Love you, Bears. So I want you to think about this for a second. What questions are you asking? Brian, dude, I know that you have a killer freaking store. Dude, we ran a store together when we were in Texas. What questions are you asking? Rachel, Bears, what questions are you asking? Cheryl, what questions are you asking? And so I just want you to think about that for a second. What questions are you asking and what responses are you getting? And then try to reframe the same question and see if you get a different response. So I'm telling you, it works. And I have had an amazing, amazing week. And so I took the momentum from Frank and then getting a response from Bruce Buffer's office. And I said, dude, who else am I going to get? So I emailed like Russell Brunson and Richard Branson and Brendan Burchard and I'm gonna email, dude. I swear to God, I'm gonna email Chuck Norris. Like, I'm gonna find Chuck Norris's email address, and I'm gonna email Chuck Norris, because you have to figure out what questions you're asking, and then get a different response from a different question. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. So even to have the Make-A-Wish founder on my show is like super huge, and then to back it up by the possibility that Bruce Buffer gave me a couple dates to see what would work, I'm like, dude, so I'm really focusing on the questions that I ask myself. And I said, if I want to live a better life, what can I do? Because what happens is people say, well, I can't afford that, so I'm just going to give up. I can't afford it. You don't just give up. You ask yourself, how can I afford that? Because if you want it bad enough, you will get it. And I want it bad enough. And so I'm trying to ask myself better questions, and trying to use the 5 W's. What can I do? How can I do it? Why am I doing it? And I'm telling you, it works. It works. And so this week has been awesome, emotional, rewarding, productive. And Brian, I thought you listened already, Brian. But I have like a list now. Like I created a list, and I'm carrying the momentum, and I'm going to ask the questions, because the way I look at it, the worst I can say is no. Gary Vaynerchuk said, sorry, dude, I'm too effing busy. And that was his email. I emailed Gary Vaynerchuk. I was like, yo, you should be on my show. I mean, more professional. But he was like, yo, man, love what you're doing. I'm too effing busy. I was like, all right, fair enough. At least I got a response back. It said Gary V. I'm like, cool. So, the least they can say is no. It's not like they're going to come to my house and hunt me down. But, I'm stepping out. I'm asking better questions. And so I invite you to do the exact same. What kind of questions can you ask to get a different response to elevate your life? So, yeah, that's all I got. And I appreciate everyone's support. And let me know how I can be of value and how I can support you in the future. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. See ya.